think that you would reach the point of, being a play-by-play guy for an NBA team, being on the radio for this long? Are you ever able to reflect on your journey with the Mavericks?
I always hoped I'd be doing games. That was the most important thing to me. Whether I was doing it for a team or if I was doing national games, whether I was doing radio or television. It turned out it's radio, and frankly, in many ways, I enjoy radio more than TV, just because I'm the boss at that point. It's my vision of what the game is, as opposed to really executing somebody else's vision of what the game is, and being a caption writer, for lack of a better phrase. But this is what I always wanted to do. So I have very few regrets. There are some college places that I've never broadcast from. I've never been to the big house, never done a game at Notre Dame. Would love to be able to do that. But, I've loved the NBA from the time I was a little kid. I didn't know that this would be the path that I would go down as a kid. I think as I got into the business a little bit more, I thought it was a far more realistic path to try to attain. And I've just been extraordinarily lucky. I mean, look, my first year, the team went to the finals. I mean, nobody, and then of course you're thinking, well, yeah, this is the way it's always supposed to be. Your team's going to go to the finals every year, and you find out it doesn't quite work like that. But you do realize that you're watching the greatest athletes in the world every night, certainly the best basketball in the world every night, and I was fortunate enough, obviously, to be able to chronicle Dirk's achievements and the really important moments of his career. There are guys who have gone through their entire broadcast career who've not had that opportunity to broadcast a player of his ilk. And so I had that. And now I have Doncic. And so, I couldn't be more fortunate. And so, there are no regrets. And there's not an amazement, but there is a real satisfaction of knowing that, from the time probably I was 15 years old to where I am today, that I've been able to achieve a lot of what I wanted to achieve.
And one quick follow-up to that, because you mentioned the Dirk, and I just popped in my head, like, you've been around Dirk. You probably is there a favorite kind of memory or story or interaction that maybe the people haven't heard, or that you could share about just Dirk's legacy?
I've told this story a lot. People maybe they've heard it, maybe they haven't, but I know I've told the story a lot. My first year with the team, the Mavericks are playing a game. We played a game in L.A. Against the Clippers. It's a horrible game. Mavericks win it, though. Dirk hits a shot with about a half second to go to win the game. And we're flying to San Francisco, and we're going to play the Warriors the next night. Well, when we fly, we get to the hotel, and we wait for the equipment truck to come, and the broadcasters and PR people and some of the other the video people, basically the iguanas in the back of the plane. They are the ones who help all the equipment manager and the trainers and whatever unload the truck. So the truck's there, and we're getting the bags out of there and loading, putting them off to the side. And I guess at one point I looked up, and there's Dirk, and he's slinging bags at 2:00 in the morning. He's just hit a game-winning shot. It's like, Dirk, man, go to your room, man. This is the NBA. The bags come to you. It's like, why are you doing this, man? It's crazy. And all I could think of is, Kobe'd be doing that. Yeah, LeBron would be doing that. But Dirk did that because Dirk was absolutely the most regular superstar that this world has ever seen. And it's just so extraordinarily special. And again, just fortunate enough to have been around him as much as I was around him.
That's an amazing story. All right, Coop, any last words to Mavericks fans? Any shout-outs? The floor is yours.
No shutouts, no shout-outs. No shutouts. We're not shutting anybody out. No reason to shout out. We're just excited and curious for what lies ahead. It's going to be a different world for all of us Not just on Thursday when the news conference takes place, but everything going forward. How does the organization run? The basketball operations side, how does that run? Because we've all become accustomed to having it run a certain way. But I'm excited to see how it works out, and I'm excited to watch Luka in the Olympics, and I'm excited for the end of September when training camp gets here and we begin the process of a regular 82-game NBA season that starts on time in mid-October and that ends with the finals in the middle of June.
Appreciate your time. It's been a pleasure. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Take care.